Hi fam. Wow. Shalom, namaste, assalamu alaikum. Listen. I'm in full alignment today. I'm in full alignment with source. I've got a lot of information. So strap in, get yourself a drink, get some snacks. The exits are here, and here. For real. It's going to be a long one. I might not even get it all in. I might have to start doing 2 a day at this rate. So, where does one begin? Wow. I have learned a lot today, let me tell you. Every day is a school day. So, X-Gate update, as usual. So, it was my eldest son's birthday yesterday. Obviously, he's blocked me. No reason to. No legal right to block my mum. For, again, no reason, no right. So I sent this email today because I sent presents with cards to my son. And I knew that it was something was going to happen. And I'll read you what I sent. So I sent this today following a text message from my ex. So I have one ex with one son, my eldest son, he's white, and then my other ex, who's black, I've got 2 sons with. So my eldest was 9 yesterday. Didn't get to speak to him. Neither did my mum. We messaged to say, can we speak to him? No reply. So this is still on the same email chain. So it includes the court, the solicitors, media, women's rights charities, and various others. So let me just bring that up for you first. So I like to keep everyone updated, you know what I mean? Why does it take so long? Thinking. And, oh, here we go. Case update. Hold on. For the attention of the judge, solicitor, and media. Further to the correspondence below, sorry, I've copied in all of the previous correspondence, which you know about because I've read it to you. I still have had no response from the court, judge, or solicitor, or either of these men until today. Firstly, Wayne Walker, Sam Emerson have no legal rights in the form of any kind of court order to stop me from seeing or speaking to my children, yet they are acting as laws unto themselves and are continuing to force separation from me and my children with no reason or evidence other than their own hatred and ego for exposing the truth of their narcissistic, controlling and criminal behaviour, both past and present. To do what they're doing, they would be required to have a court order. To get a court order, they would be required to first have mediation. Neither of them have done this, or a hearing, in brackets, which I would be informed of and required to attend, and neither have done this either. Wayne went as far as to falsify court documents, which were stupidly against my old name, not my current legal name, and were not signed or dated by the court, which I checked. merely typed by himself, stating a random order which would not be used in this instance in family law and was used as a threat but was fraudulent. Additionally, I have it in writing from his mother he has stopped contact, in brackets, no legal basis upon which to do so, and has social services involved, which is also a lie, as I've spoken to the social services in London and there is nothing pending or reported. Sam attempted to go through Kafka's, but again, further to my provision of my statement and facts and evidence, they haven't provided Sam with an order either. Let's not forget that all of this is solely based on their hate, and everything I said I have been doing for the last year I have been doing and have provided all of the evidence to prove it. What is even more disturbing and insulting is that these two men have not only blocked me from my children on the basis of nothing, but they have also blocked my mother, the boy's grandmother, from having any contact with them. A woman who has provided them with more emotional and financial support than these three boys than Sam, Wayne, and their families combined over the last 9 years, and has lived with this king of Zeus since birth. Yesterday was my son's 9th birthday. My mum and I text Sam to speak to Charlie, to which he did not reply. Furthermore, we sent a number of parcels containing gifts and messages to Charlie for his birthday. Charlie is fully aware of what is going on, and every time I did get the opportunity to speak to him leading up to this, Charlie would always be asking to see me. But, in brackets, Daddy says, I can't see you until after April 12th, at which point he blocked me. I have no idea where my younger two children are, as Wayne has moved out of his mum's home to an address unknown to me. He would not provide it before he started blocking me from contacting my children in January. The poisonous actions, words, threats, harassment against me is evident as each and every day passes, and I have no idea what poison they are telling my children. I will not have my children believe that I have abandoned them when it is their dads that are fully responsible for this, and for the scientifically and psychologically proven emotional damage and trauma that they are causing to everyone as a result of their actions and forced separation from their mother. In the parcels I sent to my son, I included gift cards which said clearly, as Charlie is old enough to know and understand the truth, that Daddy is trying to take you away from Mummy for no reason and has blocked Mummy from speaking to you. Know that I am fighting to get you back home with me. I love you, beautiful boy. Happy birthday, Mummy. Today, Sam Everson has texted my mother with a photo of these cards and a message saying, I don't think so, Hannah. Clearly proving that he is now intercepting any form of communication between me and my son. He has clearly has opened the presents that were addressed to Charlie Evanson directly, gone through them, removed the cards before my son has had a chance to read them. Whether or not my son has then received these gifts, I don't know. I continue to wait in response. Kind regards. Hope, fake love. Yeah? For real. This is the kind of shit we're dealing with. And this is not about this is not about this is just about those specific people. It's about narcissistic people. It's about, and it doesn't matter, narcissistic people occur in any race, any sex, any religion. They occur, yeah? So let me bring my trusty drawing that I did just a moment ago. Yeah. This triangle, the 1% and the 99, yeah? That 1% there, they are narcissists. And this is us. This is what we're doing right here. On a global scale. Because they don't own us. They don't control us. They have no power over us. It's an illusion. It's what they wanted us to think for thousands of years. That's how they've retained control. Because the truth is, forget that my personal issues aside, we are born free, we are born equal, and we are born with powers beyond our imagination and access to infinite wisdom. And that is what they've been trying to control, because ultimately they want to have it for themselves so that they can control the masses. And how do they do that? Well, they use the various systems that are in place that are designed for us all to fail. They dumb us down through the education system. They don't teach us any of these things. They don't teach us the power that we have within each and every one of us to tap into ourselves and the universe and the infinite wisdom and the power that is, and that each and every person has. They want us to be weak. They want us to be subordinate to them. They want us, and let's not forget, 99% of the entire population, we make the world go round. We make the world go round. We work in the companies. We are the ones that they are monetizing, that they are capitalizing on. Yeah. It's our ideas, our work, our power, us. And those little ones there have had it good for a long time. They've had it good. But each and every person here has the ability and soul and spirit and mind to create the reality and life and abundance that is rightfully theirs. And that is what they've kept from us. Because they want us underfoot. They want us to work for them, to make them money. And today, hold on a sec. I always do this. Hold on. Sorry. It's still too loud. I'm just going to switch it off. Right. So today, I was watching this program. I've got a lot of information. I'm just going to say that right now. And there's going to be a load of links in the description, as there always is. And just go with. I won't go past an hour. I'll try not to go past an hour because it's a long time, isn't it? Right. So I was watching this program. This is how in alignment I am today. So I was watching this program. Pointless. It's my fave. My two fave guys. And they mentioned on there, it was just a random question. It was about politicians. And the way they said it was, they had photos basically. You had to guess, people had to guess, politician. And someone went, Kierstarma. And then the guy went, Sir Kierstarma. And for some reason, it just rang in my head like, it just stood out. It just went, my brain just went, something in me went, but why is he a sir though? Okay. Listen to this. So I researched it. And I'm going to read you this. So I've got it on here. Give me 2 seconds. Why is Keir... Because this goes on to something which is also very important. Okay, so Keir Starmer is the leader of the Labour Party. So for the United Kingdom, bear in mind that there are votes next week. It needs to be getting awake and involved in this, and this is important. So, why is Keir Starmer a sir? Here we go. Thank you to the Scotsman. Sir Keir Starmer was appointed the new leader Labour in April 2020, following Jeremy Corbyn standing down as the head of the party. Starmer beat out hopefuls Rebecca Long-Lally and Lisa Nandy in a contest voted by party members. Let's not forget that either. So he won over 2 women by party members. It may seem a bit strange to see a Labour leader with a Sir, a title afforded by the Queen, in front of their name. So just how did Keir Starmer come to be a Knight Commander of the Order of Bath? FYI, he doesn't like to use his Sir in his title, bearing in mind he's the leader of the Labour Party, which is for the working class. Here's everything you need to know. How did Keir Starmer get a knighthood? So Keir Starmer's knighthood comes from his time as a defence lawyer specialising in human rights issues. Not on the side of the people, well, you'll see, but not on the, he's a defence lawyer on the side of the corporation, not the human rights. The London-born politician had a career in law before entering politics, for which he received high acclaim. Starmer's career in law began in 1987 when he became a barrister at the Middle Temple, one of the 4 Inns of Court, exclusively entitled to call their members to the English bar as a barrister. He also became a member of the Doughty Street Chambers, a set of barristers' chambers situated in Bristol, Manchester and London, and notably worked on the defence of the famed, wait for it, McLibel case. This case saw environmental activists Helen Steele and David Morris up against Mcdonald's, who claimed a fact sheet critical of the company handed out by the activists was libelous. Okay, so at the point when I read this, I was like, hold up, I need to find out what that is. But I'll carry on and then I'll go on to it. Starmer was appointed by Queen's Counsel, of course he was, in 2002 at the age of 39, very young. And in the same year, also became joint head of the Doughty Street Chambers. Starmer also served as human rights advisor to the Northern Ireland Policing Board and the Association of the Chief Police Officers, and was a member of the Foreign Office Death Penalty Advisory Board. And he was given QC of the Year. At this point, I'm genuinely thinking, what is the quid pro quo for getting that knighthood? You know what I'm saying? So let me carry on. In 2008, Starmer named as the new head of the Crown Prosecution Service and Director of Public Prosecutions. The person occupying the position, which is typically for 5 years, plays a significant role in whether prosecutions are taken up or not. And you're a knight, and you're a Queen's Counsel, and there's a lot of dots that are being drawn there. All of Sir Keir's predecessors also received knighthoods. What a surprise. Starmer received his knighthood in 2004 for services to law and criminal justice. Now, at this point, I'm going to read to you the McLibel case. So this is what gave him his knighthood. Okay? So, McLibel, of which there is also a film. I did not know this either. But you're going to love this. McLibel case. Here we go. McDonald's Corporation versus Steele and Morris, 1997. Known as activist 7,000 against the UK government. McDonald's was not party to this action. Listen. So then I thought, hold on. Let me try and find this pamphlet that they're talking about. So I've got here, what is it? What's wrong? Yeah. Right. What's wrong? Hold on. Let me find this thing. So the leaflet that this is important because you've got to go with how important this is on several fronts. So the leaflet that was this is in 1997. The leaflet that these two environmentalists put out, that they were taken to court over, that it was ruled that they didn't have a fair trial, right, was called What's Wrong with, here we go. What's Wrong with McDonald's? What's wrong with McDonald's? Right, listen. You won't believe this. What's wrong with McDonald's? You ready? Right. I'm gonna read this to you. I'm gonna put the link in because this is not only important in terms of there is just clear corruption completely on every level, and I've got way more of this that's come to light today. So this is produced by Greenpeace, and this is back in those days there. So what can be done? Oh no, that's way down at the bottom. So at the top, this was actually published in 1986. This leaflet is asking you to think for a moment about the lies that McDonald's clean, bright image. It has a lot to hide. At McDonald's, we've got time for you, in bracket, in speech part, goes the jingle. Why then do they design the service so that you're in and out as soon as possible? Why is it so difficult to relax in McDonald's? Why do you feel hungry again as soon as you eat a Big Mac? We're all subject to pressures of stupid advertising, consumerist hype, and fast pace of big city life. But it doesn't take any special intelligence to start asking questions about McDonald's and to realize that something is seriously wrong. The more you find out about McDonald's processed food, the less attractive it becomes. As this leaflet will show, the truth about hamburgers is enough to put you off them for life. What's the connection between McDonald's and starvation in the third world? There's no point in feeling guilty about eating while you're watching starving African children on TV. If you do send money to Band-Aid or Oxfam, that's morally good but politically useless. It shifts the blame from governments and does nothing to challenge the power of multinational corporations. Hungry for dollars. McDonald's is one of several giant corporations with investments in vast tracts of land in poor countries, sold to them by dollar-hungry rulers, often military, and privileged elites, evicting small farmers that live there, growing food for their own people. The power of the US dollar means that in order to buy technology and manufacture goods, poor countries are trapped into producing more and more food for export to the States. Out of the 40 of the world's poorest countries, 36 export food to the US, the wealthiest. Economic imperialism. Some third world countries where most children are undernourished are actually exporting their staple crops as animal feed, i.e., to fatten cattle for turning into burgers for the first world. Millions of acres of the best farmland in poor countries are being used for our benefit, for tea, coffee, tobacco, etc., while people there are starving. McDonald's is directly involved in this economic imperialism, which keeps most Black people poor and hungry, while many whites grow fat. A typical, gross misuse of resources. Grain is fed to cattle in South American countries to produce meat in McDonald's hamburgers. Cattle consume 10 times the amount of grain and soy that humans do. 1 calorie of beef demands 10 calories of grain. Of the 145 million tons of grain and so livestock, only 21 million tons of meat and byproducts are used. The waste is 124 million tons per year, or $20 billion. It's been calculated that this sum would feed, clothe, and house the world's entire population for 1 year. Bear in mind, this is in 1986. 50 acres every minute. Every year, an area of rainforest the size of Britain is cut down and defoliated and burnt. Globally, 1 billion people depend on water flowing from these forests, which soak up rain and release it gradually. The disaster in Ethiopia and Sudan is at least partly due to the uncontrolled deforestation. In Amazonia, where there are only now 100,000 beef ranches, torrential rains sweep down treeless valleys, eroding the land and washing away the soil. The bare earth, baked by the tropical sun, becomes useless for agriculture. It's been estimated that this destruction causes at least one species of animal, plant, or insect to become extinct every few hours. Yeah, that's just the beginning of that leaflet. There's so much on there that is applicable to right now. And that was written in 1986. That case went on for 10 years. Can you think about how much money Keir Starmer, as a defense attorney for McDonald's, earned over 10 years fighting that? And bear in mind, that's all facts. That's all facts. They took it from the company. The only reason McDonald's took them to court is because they spoke the truth. And they wanted to shut them up. A fact which was then proven when they went to the European court, and they said no, they didn't get a fair trial, and it's not right. And then they charged the UK government more than they awarded, just to show you the level of fucking corruption that is going on. And Keir Starmer, no wonder he doesn't want to use his Sir title. He don't represent the working man or woman. It's absolute shambles. Shambles. Let's go back. Diagram, people. Fama-lama lama. Yeah? These, they're fucking with us. They are fucking with us. So at this point, none of us have got anything to lose. So if you know something, if you are in one of these or associated with one of these, and you have anything whatsoever that proves, now is the time. People are coming out left, right, and center. And amen to them, I tell you. Right? Now is the time. Now is the time to do this. Let's just remember, we make the world go round, yeah? They wouldn't have their businesses if we didn't work in them. It's our ideas that make their business. It's our work that make them money. And it's us that then also buy their products. So if we did none of those things and just supported each other and worked for ourselves and our own dreams and our own, they have nothing. They literally have nothing. They don't have power. It's an illusion. It's an illusion that has worked very successfully for thousands of years because we didn't know any better. Because all of the systems are designed for us to fail. All of the systems are to hide us from our power. All of the systems are designed to divide and conquer and for us to fight. You even see it now, people just coming out like trying to start a race war, trying to start a religious war, and it's like, no, mate, I ain't buying that. Yeah. 99% of the world, we got the power. Never forget it. Never forget it. Right? So I've got some, truly eye-opening information. So where does one begin with this? So there's there's two guys here, Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate. I just literally want to give him a big cuddle, squeeze, love, so much love. They are literally like can open worms. Let it out. Yeah. They've got a thing called the grey zone. And the grey zone, I mentioned it yesterday and previously on previous things. The grey zone is what we're in. We're in it right now. And we're all frontline in varying different degrees. Obviously, people that are in medical profession are much more in the front line, and police and blah, blah, blah. But we're all on the front line. And it's a war on our consciousness, on our ability to discern truth from lies, fact from fiction. And and they have got so much good information. Can't even tell you. Like, I'm going to put all the links in, and they're all things that everyone should watch. Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's you need to know. It's not. It's important. So the first one that they did that I watched, there's quite a few, but there's one about, so, and this is relevant to, again, all of this is relevant to what is going on now, and it's all relevant to the migrant crisis, and it's all relevant to the 1%, it's all relevant to our governments, and it's all relevant to how everyone connects to each other, and it's all relevant to how corrupt every single one of them are. Every single one. When I say every single one, I'm talking about, you've got Boris over here who's going, let the bodies pile up. Yeah. 3 people have said that. 3 people have said that, and that he said that, and that they are prepared to testify on it. Yeah. Let's go. Not only that, Dominic Cummings bringing out all the WhatsApps. All the mainstream media going, oh, Dominic Cummings, like trying to sideshow it, but it's like, hold on, what about the actual content of those WhatsApps? Let's go. Dominic Cummings, yeah, he was shunned because of a trip that he did. That, bear in mind, every fucking MP has broken those rules. They've broken the rules. They've broken the rules that are expecting everyone else to follow, and but he was picked on. Now, Dominic Cummings, yeah, you ain't got nothing to lose, son. You know, that sounds a bit weird because you're older than me, but you know, he's got dossiers. Bring them out. You ain't got nothing to lose. We've got everything to gain, nothing to lose, everything to gain. At this point, anyone who knows anything should be telling it. Just own it. Own it. If you knew about it, don't matter. Tell now. Tell. All we need to do is get those ones. Yeah. Everyone else. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. The only ones we need to get. Let's go back to the drawing. These ones. Yeah. If you just come out and because so many people are, it's only 24 hours and look, all this information out already. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that now they're trying to pick on Boris like he's the only one. Mate, the whole of government, both parties, all of you, everyone that's in there, you've all been party to this fucking chaos. So Dominic Cummings, you've got dossiers, I know you have, because I've heard it somewhere. And you need to let them out. Let them out. Let them out. Let them out. Let the public know exactly the level of corruption that is going on. So here, this was really interesting to me. This is America, guys, and shock horror, the UK. So Honduras. So there's a lot of this is to do with migration to the border and the way that it's portrayed. But this will tell you the other side of it, which is the US government backed the president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, who used 1.5 million fact of drug money for his presidency. And not only that, he actually just stole it. He stopped the voting and then just declared himself president with the US backing, and has basically turned it into and there's a federal investigation into this to prove that is what I just said is factually correct. And it was US backed going way back as Obama and Trump and Biden. So all of them. And so it started with a coup in 2009, which was Obama, and it continued in 2007 when he stole the election, Trump, and it continues to this day, Biden. And that is why people from Honduras are escaping, because it is a coup. And it's a coup, an economic downfall backed. And there's the largest US base in Palmarola, where the US military train people under this guy to control the masses. And they've just basically ruined the economy. And which is why people are traveling, children unaccompanied, to the border to escape this drug cartel funded and assisted by the US government. I'll give you the link. In addition, they've done something similar in other countries, evidently. And it's again going back to Obama, Trump, and Biden. It's not one thing or another. This is where people are getting wrong. They're like, oh, I hate Biden, I love Trump, and oh, I love Biden and I hate Trump. The problem here is that people don't realize It is all the way through, every single one of it. Don't matter. It does not matter. Going back to the drawing, it is us against them. Us against them. Yeah. Being one thing or another is becoming more and more evident. It doesn't matter the party. They're all as corrupt as each other. So this includes, there's further information on Guatemala, El Salvador, and including Colombia. This is all neoliberalism, where the coups have been funded by the government, and it's not just your government, it's not just the US government. No, of course not. International governments as well, governments that have got arms trade, because they've got a serious interest in that, because then they can sell them some arms, they can sell them some guns to take over these countries. In addition, the old Bank of England, where is this one now? The Bank of England, I think it might be one of these countries here. Hold on. Coming for you, Latin America. Don't you worry. Got you. Give me a sec. One of these countries down here now. Here we go. Venezuela. Does it say Venezuela? Venezuela. Same thing. This is, again, the Obama administration provided weapons, right? Venezuela, the reason there's a problem in Venezuela is because of these governments assisting these corrupt people in other governments to take over their commodities. And when I say that, the Bank of England stole $1.3 billion of gold from Venezuela. And then the US government stole something equally on a par. It's not got oil, I think it is. Again, I've got links to all of these videos, and I would honestly say, if you don't want to believe me, that's absolutely fine, and rightly so, because you should only ever believe your own intuition. And I'm going to provide you with all of the information, but I urge you to watch the links that I put in here, and the people, and see the people that are speaking on these things, because there are people that have worked in these governments, in military organizations, in traveling around the world and investigating these things. There's also a really important video on how Hillary Clinton, who's corporately funded and by elite organizations, including the defense industry, and she went ahead and obviously was involved in trying to what's the word? This is what normally narcissists do. They try and demonize when really they're the demon. So a lady called Tulsi Gabbard, who is a veteran, and she was running, and they started to try and shame her for no reason. They had nothing against her. And also this goes into this Russiagate, and I've got some links on this and about how that is all horseshit as well. So Russia got you, Putin got you, China got you, because I've got another link to another video, again, same people saying that Western mainstream media is incorrectly and solely on their own agenda, trying to make Russia and China look bad. When if you think about Firstly, you don't know the facts because people just believe in the media and not checking the facts. Secondly, what is their agenda? Why would they do that? They're trying to start a war. That's what they're trying to do. We're not going to buy this no more. We don't want a war. The people of the planet do not want a war. We ain't going to fall for this fucking shit anymore. And additionally to this, why, when you're looking into Microsoft and Google and Apple for their monopolies, why are you not, and I put it in the text in the other video, but why have you not dragged Murdoch up for his complete and total global monopoly of all media, all radio, all TV, all written press? Like, he owns the vast majority of all of that everywhere. And it is his organizations that are spreading these lies. And he has a global monopoly. Why is his not organization? Why is his dynasty not being broken up? Because if there was anything anywhere that it has global monopoly, it's him and Bill Gates. Yeah. And that's just a fact, based on what they own and how much control they have, and particularly in how much people perceive and how much people believe, based on the amount of shit that they put out. And this is why it's so important to check, to not believe mainstream media. Because you even watching it play out before your eyes on a daily fucking basis right now, every single day, more and more and more and more and more lies. They are exposing themselves at this point. And everyone should speak up. Everyone who knows anything should speak up. If you know something, if you work in one of these organizations, you know something about something, you make sure you speak up about it. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. There will be no judgment on you. Yeah, you'll be a hero. You'll be a hero. And not only that, I'll find it. And I'll share it. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. I've got loads more, but I've rambled on enough. 50 minutes. So I'm going to put in all of the links. I might not be able to get them all into the description box today, because I've got so many. But if I can't, I'll try. I'm going to have to do 2 videos tomorrow, I think, because I still have links from the other day that I need to fill in. But I love you guys. I think everyone is smashing it out of the park. I know it's difficult, and everyone is in different situations with different challenges. But know this: you're not the sum total of the past. You are now, this minute. What is your decision? What are you going to do from here? Because every single person can change. And even a narcissist, I believe, can change. Because actually, a narcissist ultimately is just somebody who's experiencing trauma, and they're just expressing it in that way. Doesn't make it right, but it is as a result of some trauma that they've gone through that they're not dealing with, and no one else can tell them. No one else can tell them. Only they can realise for themselves that, that they have things that they need to deal with in order to change. But I believe that everyone can change. I believe in the best in everybody. And I believe that we're all equal. And that we're all loved. And that we all right now have the power to do this. We are doing it. You're seeing it. May not have filtered down to each and every individual person, but you can see it. You can see it. You can feel the momentum. You can feel the energy. You can feel the power. You can feel the vibration. You can feel the frequency. You can see the changes each and every day. And it's just getting more and more and more. So just hold on to that. So, I love you guys. I'm gonna, as I say, I put everything in. Do read it, watch it, whatever it is that I put in there, because it's all really, really important for what's going on right now. And there's some really amazing people that are that have always been stepping out of their comfort zone and speaking the truth, and just now more than ever that is needed. So power to the people. Love you.